attend the 74th Annual 2012 Seattle Kennel Club 132nd and 133rd Dog Show.
Around, checking out some of the vendors. I came across this rake, caught my attention, and the owners and creators of this.
Hi, I'm Greg Moore.
And what is the name of your product?
The Furizzy, the original Furizzy. I invented it for my black lab, who is a constant shedder, and it has all sorts of features that not only massage out the fur, but grooming and massaging elements. I call this the armpit scratcher, this part. This is the rear end scratcher. This part here is a deep tissue massager, so you can massage your dog. But what works really well, even on small dogs, is that you rake your dog like this, and it massages out the undercoat. It's like 13 fingers being dragged across the back of your dog. And they like it because it feels good to them. It's massages, it scratches, and it works out that undercoat through the top coat. As you can see in some of our photographs here, how the rake collects the hair and fur in this part of the you knock it on the ground and it will fall out, and the birds will pick it up and use it to make nests. But what's really nice with the long handle one, which we have over here, you get the leverage you need to work the fur undercoat out through the top coat without having to bend over. And you can massage and scratch, pet, scratch.
Well, now I can see that the long-handled one there will definitely work for the bigger animals, and for somebody who's taller.
Yep.
And the short-handled kind of would probably help for some people that don't have the arm length or something.
But even you think like on a horse, we use it on horses also. And actually, the short-handle one works better on a horse because you want to have one hand on the horse and be grooming it with the other. So you're combining not only the tactile sensation of knowing what the horse is feeling, but using the Furizzy to scratch where they can't scratch.
So apparently you've come up with a few other...
Oh yeah, horses like it, cows like it, and we have a goat right here.
Yeah, goat.
But what's nice about the long handle, like say you have a Newfoundland or a dog with a very thick coat, you need the leverage to get down and get that undercoat worked through. But if you have a smaller dog or a greyhound, for instance, that really has a fine top coat, very little undercoat, this is more for scratching. So the short one is more, let's say, tactile with the animal, meaning it will work and do the same job as the long handle one, but just on a different scale. But go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, now, I know from experience with my friend's little dog just a few minutes ago that now that one happens to be a very, very small dog. And it was sort of scary to the dog, but she liked it on the back tail end area. But the rest of it kind of scared her.
Yeah, that's natural.
But I understand you might be having a smaller version of this somewhere in the works, maybe?
Yes, we have what I call it's the same features, same design, except I've shrunk it down. So I'm calling it the pup. This is the original Furizzy, which is full scale. The pup is about 3/4 the size of this. Instead of having a 1/8 of an inch handle, it has a 5/8 handle. So it's smaller in scale, all in all. And what that's going to be good for is necessarily the smaller animals, but for people that want to get closer to their pet and have more maneuverability with it. Because this is a little bit more challenging because it is larger, but you use it with two hands, which is nice. This, again, one hand you get closer. But again, we've used this on all sorts of dogs, and I'd say about 90% of dog breeds like it. It's the 10% that just don't like it, and there's not much I can do with that. But we've used it on Chihuahuas, like this little guy right here. So Chihuahua is like a big dog trapped in a small dog's body. They have a big attitude. A lot of pugs are the same way. They have a big attitude, and it's all really dependent upon the dog and their personality. We've done a lot of dog rescue events where some dogs are at the rescue events have been abused. And this one particular dog up there, they were telling me, oh, don't go next to that dog with a stick because it had been abused. Well, it took me about 30 seconds of gradually introducing it to the dog, scratching it with my own hand.
The far right one?
Yeah, the far upper right one. And Eventually, after about 30 seconds, I hit the dog's sweet spot, I call it, and it totally understood it and felt comfortable and went, very at ease with it. But there was the break-in period. You just can't walk up to a pet with, like you're going to attack it, obviously. You have to ease them into it sometimes.
So if people want to learn more information, and of course, this is a product that's actually manufactured here locally.
Yeah, no, it's actually designed locally. It's actually made in Wisconsin. I get the sticks from New York, the leather comes from Texas, and that little shiny screw, that's from Tacoma. I assemble them on my dining room table at home with one screw. It's all made in America. It's no longer patent pending. We do have a patent on it. And if you want to contact us, it's right on the rake itself. It's Furizzy.com. And our website's the #1 on the Google search. We're on YouTube. We have a lot of YouTube videos, and if you do a search on YouTube for Furizzy, Furizzy, we're the top 7, and number 8 is a German rock band called Furizzy.
And I understand you're also trying to actually set it up so it's actually manufactured here in Washington State.
Yes, I get the Puget Sound Business Journal, and there was an article in there 2 weeks ago about a local company called Cashmere, and they're in Woodinville. I'm going to be talking with them this week about bringing my tool from Wisconsin to Washington State. And on top of that also, I was talking with the owners of the Go-To Cart, or K-Cart, for disabled dogs, and they have a manufacturing facility that they're setting up also, and with distribution possibilities there also.
Well, we're going to be talking to them in just a few minutes too.
Okay, yeah. It's a great guy, great company, family run just like mine.
And your website again, one more time,
is www.furizzy.com.
Okay, well, thank you for showing us a new product to the dog show and to America.
Oh, buy Furizzy. It's American made.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
And we will.
Learn more about the upcoming agility trials in Auburn, May 18, 19, and 20, 2012, or the 134th and 135th dog shows coming March 9th and 10th, 2013 at seattlekennelclub.org and r2agility.com. Please be sure to visit my website, adventuretv.bravehost.com, for regular updates, information, and links, and now archiving as well. Thank you for watching Adventure TV.